Romania's presidential race is spiralling into chaos. First, Calin Georgescu was blocked from running. Then he was arrested. Now, George Simeon is stepping in, securing 200,000 plus signatures in just days. But with courts deciding ultimately who's allowed to run, will they shut him down too? Is democracy in this NATO country collapsing? Or is there still a chance to save it? We sit down with Romania's newest presidential candidate to discover the truth behind the crisis.
Romanians protest against the destruction of democracy. The country's left liberal ruling coalition invalidated the first round of the presidential election, which, contrary to pre-election polls, was won by the right-wing politician Calin Georgescu.
We are witnessing a coordinated attack on democracy where only the candidates approved by the establishment are allowed to run for office. The system eliminated Calin Georgescu not because of any legal issues, but because they feared him.
All this with the silent support of Brussels bureaucrats from the European Commission and the European Parliament. The decision sparked violent protests. Deprived of the right to run in the election, Calin Georgescu supported another right-wing candidate, George Simeon, who is committed to transatlantic cooperation as symbolized by his participation in the recent conservative CPAC conference.
We are not against EU. We Romanians want to be a part of EU, but not a part of the EU crooked bureaucratic Brussels.
The official reason for invalidating the first round of the presidential elections was alleged Russian interference in the election campaign. But it quickly turned out that in reality, the campaign was manipulated by the socialists and liberals ruling Romania.
We will not be silent. We will not allow Romania to be turned into a puppet state where our elections are a mere formality.
The political party that financed this was a left liberal party, right? They call themselves center-right, but in reality, they are actually left-wing. It is part of the EPP, European People's Party. They govern together with the socialists in Romania. They paid for the campaign of candidate Georgescu. They didn't know that it could explode in their face. They thought that Georgescu would get 5, maybe 10% of the votes, and that would be enough to achieve their goals. When it turned out that Georgescu had unexpectedly won the first round of the elections, desperate socialists and liberals canceled the vote.
People are as pissed off as they have never been before. They feel that we are not a democracy anymore. They feel that it's a dictatorship, just like it was during communism times. So now people feel the need to vote for the right solution just to eliminate all the socialists and the liberals from this course for the presidential elections. So even people who would normally, let's say, not vote for us now will vote for us because they feel that the democracy is at risk in Romania.
When we see European courts canceling elections and senior officials threatening to cancel others, we ought to ask whether we're holding ourselves to an appropriately high standard. The crisis this continent faces right now, the crisis I believe we all face together, is one of our own making. If you're running in fear of your own voters, there is nothing America can do for you.
They might try to cancel him, but they have absolutely no legal grounds to cancel George Simeon. So we have many institutions working together now to stop the conservatives, actually, to stop the sovereignists, because this is the real fight we are fighting. It's the Democrats, like in the United States, which are the globalists in Romania, versus the sovereignists, the conservatives, the opposition mainly, because we are in the opposition. So the opposition must be stopped with all costs.
The problem is very serious. The ruling socialists and liberals in the European Union suggest that the next European country in which, like in Romania, they can interfere in elections is Poland. This is preparation. This is not consideration. This is preparation to contest the elections in Romanian style. And there can be various excuses. In Poland, the electoral battle for presidency will also be decided in May between the representative of the socialists and liberals, Rafał Trzaskowski, and the right-wing candidate, Karol Nawrocki. Brussels bureaucrats are already making it clear that they want to control the course of the presidential elections in Poland. Meanwhile, the ruling Polish coalition of socialists and liberals has announced that if the right-wing candidate wins, it will not recognize the results of the vote. During the election campaign, politicians from Prime Minister Donald Tusk's team want to censor the internet and block the X platform. At the same time, they are fiercely attacking media independent of the government, such as Telewizja Republika, the largest news television in Poland, which strongly opposes censorship. You defend American internet platforms, and you are not bothered by the fact that their algorithm will be part of American technological aggression against Europe. The words of Bartłomiej Sienkiewicz should be taken seriously. He is an influential politician from the ruling camp who personally led the illegal takeover of Polish public media after Donald Tusk's camp gained power in 2023. As a result, several hundred journalists were fired and censorship was introduced in public radio and television. This, among other things, was why the actions of Tusk's team in Poland were criticized by the authors of the Hudson Institute report. Revenge politics must end. Poland, like Romania, is now an arena of political battle.
Today, we are fighting for Romania, but tomorrow, this fight will be yours as well. We will make Europe great again.
European left liberal elites, against the will of voters, are trying by all means to deprive right-wing politicians of the chance to take power, even at the cost of destroying democracy.